This episode of Grip Tips is brought to you by Light Bulb Grip. And if you'd like to help support this channel, check out my Patreon page. I'll leave a link in the description below. We're back. I'm Dave Donaldson. Welcome back to Grip Tips. Today we're talking about Kino Flo Diva lights. Before we had quasar tubes and all this other type of LED technology, we used to use these lights. They were absolute powerhouse of the industry. These are the Kino Flo Diva lights. And even though LED technology has kind of replaced them a little bit, I still find that my kit is being rented regularly. These are the Kino Flo Diva Light 400s, also known just simply as Divas. In the lamp head, we have 4 dimmable fluorescent light bulbs packed inside of a black plastic shell. The ballast can be found on the back along with a dimmable rotary switch, and on the opposite side of the ballast, you can find a switch that will let you control having only 2 lamps on or 4 lamps. In regards to the globes, they can be switched out for 3 different color temperatures. They are labeled and color-coded 2900, 3200, and 5500 degrees Kelvin. It's also a smart idea to label them on the sides of the globes so that when you open the case that the globes are carried in, you can easily identify which globe that you need. Of course, you could always just twist the globe and look at the label, but this is more just kind of a quick tip. Removing the globe from the fixture can be done by pushing down on the red button, which will release the 4 electrical pins. And then on the opposite side, there's a clip that can be pressed while pulling the globe out. Then replace the globe with the desired color temp that you wish to throw in and push the globe into the slots and the clip. The globe should pretty much just slap into position. Also note that the globe doesn't have to be forward or backward in relation to the label. Either direction will work. So if you're worried about how the pins go in, don't worry about it. As long as it's seated in the position it's supposed to be, it'll fire right up. The power button is located on the cord attached to the head, similar to how Arri does their tungsten lights. And once it's pressed, all 4 bulbs will pop on, stating that the switch on the ballast is set to 4 lamps and the dimmer switch is turned all the way up. Now you can mix and match these bulbs any way that you wish, but a particular term that you hear out there all the time is called salt and pepper, where you're basically doing half the bulbs are going to be tungsten, half the bulbs are going to be daylight. Every other bulb should be different from top to bottom, going from daylight, tungsten, and the reason for that is that if you were to switch the head to a 2-lamp setting, you still have the mixed color temp, but just less of it. And again, just to reiterate, this globe setup is called salt and pepper. Now your kit usually comes equipped with a couple of accessories. You have a gel frame, which to be honest, I have not used a whole bunch, but it's there if I want to gel the light with like a party gel or diffusion of some sort. There's also a silver egg crate that you can also use to narrow the light's beam. Then it comes with this little bit of like grid diffusion that you can throw over the entire light. I don't know if it said Flosier or Flosier. I don't really know how that's said, but we in the industry call it a diaper, and pretty much because it resembles one. But whenever you go to put a diaper on a Diva light, just be sure to take the egg crate off. These globes are not extremely hot, but they are hot enough to give you a small burn feeling. And when you have the egg crate on with the diaper, heat will build up inside of the Diva and melt the egg crate, as the egg crate is only plastic. So just be sure that you are either using the egg crate or the diaper, but not both at the same time. I just set up a quick example here again with my roommate so that you can see what both of these do. Here I have the diaper on. You can see that it gives us a softer source than the bulbs themselves. But when I take the diaper off and use only the egg crate, you can see all the soft spill that we had before is almost gone, and the light is more direct, giving us some harsher shadows. And just here's a side-by-side comparison so you can kind of see for yourself. The gel frame and the egg crate attached to the head with these 4 Velcro strips that you can see that the egg crate just kind of sits on a metal bracket, and then we just wrap the Velcro over the top or the bottom and it's attached. Then obviously if you don't want that there, you could just pull it away. Now let's move to the back side of the light again. The Diva can be seated on the reverse side of a gobo arm or any baby pin. You also have the freedom to move the lamp head position by using this locking knob. Once loosened, it can be moved into any position that you'd like, and then tighten the knob back down to lock it down. Something I've seen a lot is that some people will try to lock the lamp head into position, and when they think it's tightened down, the lamp doesn't stay where it's placed. That's because the lever doesn't spin all the way around, but if you need it to bite down more on the position that it's placed in, push the lever away from the clamp, spin the lever to the loosening position, let the lever reseat, then twist to tighten that clamp again. This will fix that problem. Now, I love a lot of Kino Flo products, but one thing that I will say about almost all of their heads is that they all have some sort of spill that goes off to the side where you don't want it. You're either going to have to take a flag or some black wrap and just put it on the side of the light. These are called end caps. In this example, I didn't have any black wrap, but basically, as you would assume, you're taking black wrap and you're putting it on the side of the light. These lights will only require 2.16 amps of power. So in theory, you could hook up 6 or 7 of these to just one breaker if you had to, but that also depends on how many amps are on that breaker if the breaker is only 15 or 20 amps. So if you don't want to do all the amperage math, let's just say this as a general rule of thumb, maybe no more than 5 of these lights hooked up to any outlet or breaker. Because even if it is a 15 or 20 amp outlet, you're still going to have at least 4 amps of safety. So no more than 5 lights. So I know we have all of this technology with all the LEDs that are coming from like Aperture or Airy or Quasar, etc., but I still wouldn't count this light out. I'm still using it on a regular basis. I think I probably rent this out. Since I bought it, I think it's probably paid itself off somewhere between 6 and 10 times now. So I wouldn't count this light out. If you're looking to maybe go and invest in a couple of these lights just to kind of try them out for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description below. Light Bulb Grip is a lighting rental house based out of Brooklyn, New York, and they're dedicated to the education and safety on all film sets. If you have any questions about rigging, on-set safety, or even gear that you see in today's episode, you can contact them by heading over to their website at www.lightbulbgrip.com. Sadly, that is all that I have for you guys today. Yes, the channel is called Grip Tips, but we're starting to dip into some electrical stuff, so if there's something in particular that you'd like to see, don't be afraid, leave that in the comment section below, but that is all that I have for you guys today. You can hit me up on my Twitter. You can also hit that subscribe button. We'll see you next time right here on Grip Tips.